Dark, rainy night. The camera zooms in slowly on a man sitting in a blood-soaked motel room. He lights a cigarette with trembling hands, eyes wide, haunted. A woman's voice plays over a scratchy cassette recorder. If you're hearing this, he's coming for you too. And if you want to survive, never, ever, flinch. Before we dive into this mind-bending story of murder, secrets, and a truth so terrifying it could kill you, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon if you're brave enough to follow us down this nightmare road. This is Never Flinch. Never Flinch, a Stephen King thriller. The small town of Halberd, Maine, was the kind of place people either never left or never wanted to come back to. It had one grocery store, one gas station, and one secret too big to bury. For 17 years, no one talked about what happened the night 6 people were found slaughtered in an abandoned barn on the outskirts of town. The killer was never found. The case went cold. The town moved on. But for Lena Morrissey, moving on wasn't an option. Lena wasn't just a survivor. She was the survivor. The only one who came out of that barn alive, bloodied and broken, with a hole in her memory and a warning carved into her shoulder. Never flinch. For years, she fought to uncover the truth. She dropped out of college, lost friends, pushed away her family. The media called her a hoaxer. The police called her obsessed. But Lena didn't care. Because she remembered one thing. He smiled while he killed them. The man in the barn. The man no one believed existed. Now 29, Lena ran an underground activist network exposing hidden crimes, abuse, corruption, murder, while living off the grid, using fake names and burner phones. They called her the White Rabbit. And she led people down deep, dark holes. But the deeper she dug, the closer he got. Across town, Detective Nate Holloway had just received an anonymous letter. One sentence. Check the barn again. He's back. Nate wasn't new to Halberd. He was born here. Lost his older brother in that massacre 17 years ago. No one knew. Nate kept that pain locked away, stitched behind his badge. He didn't believe in ghosts or vigilantes. But the letter smelled like truth. So he went back to the barn. What he found chilled him to his core. The same symbols. The same blood patterns. The same message carved in the dirt with a hunting knife. Never flinch. And next to it, fresh footprints. One large. One barefoot. Lena and Nate met the next night. She broke into his car and left him a USB. It contained one video. A man tied to a chair. Screaming. A figure in the shadows. Why are you doing this? A pause. Because they blinked. Then the knife. Nate couldn't deny it anymore. Someone was hunting again. A killer with a code. And Lena knew more than she was saying. They formed an uneasy alliance. He had access. She had instincts. He followed the law. She broke it. But both wanted one thing. To stop the killer before he killed again. The town began to unravel. People started disappearing. Always those with secrets. The judge who buried child abuse cases. The priest with a private basement. The mayor's aide caught on tape with hush money. Each crime scene left behind the same warning. Flinch once and you're next. The killer wasn't just murdering. He was cleansing. Exposing. Punishing. Lena believed the killer was Daniel Vex. A former soldier dishonorably discharged after witnessing wartime atrocities. Vex had disappeared 15 years ago. Some say he died. Others whispered he became a ghost with a gun. Nate didn't want to believe it. Until they found the cassette. Buried in a locker under Lena's alias was a tape marked confession. They played it. Vex's voice. Calm. Measured. I saw evil. I became its reflection. And now I make them see. You flinch and you're guilty. It wasn't just a killing spree. It was a philosophy. A manifesto. A war. Lena's obsession became personal. She began pushing Nate away. He accused her of feeding the fire, posting leaks exposing the corrupt, drawing Vex to Halberd on purpose. She didn't deny it. He's not the villain, she whispered. He's the mirror. Nate realized Lena wasn't just chasing Vex. She was trying to be him. Then came the breaking point. Nate's niece was taken. A note left behind. Your turn to flinch, detective. Now it was no longer justice. It was survival. Together, Lena and Nate followed the trail deep into the Halberd Woods, to a forgotten Cold War bunker. Inside, a room filled with newspaper clippings, photos, audio tapes of victims begging, confessing, screaming. And at the center, Daniel Vex. Older. Calm. Standing beside Nate's niece. Vex offered a choice. Blink and she dies. A gun. One bullet. No time. Nate trembled. Tears falling. Lena's voice whispered, "Never flinch." He raised the gun. Vex smiled. And then, a shot. Blood. It was over. Vex was dead. Nate's niece safe. But something broke in Lena. She stared at the body silent. Nate turned to her. "We did it. He's gone." Lena shook her head. "No. Now I am him." She disappeared that night. Some say she died. Others say she's still out there, exposing the monsters, wearing Vex's mask. A vigilante. A ghost. A nightmare. And if you ever hear a voice in the dark whisper, "Never flinch. Run." Static fades in. A new video appears. A corrupt CEO tied to a chair. Screaming. A woman's voice off camera. "Do you know why you're here? Please. I have money." You blinked. A knife appears. The screen cuts to black. If this story left you shaken, hooked and begging for more, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who thinks they'd never flinch. We'll be watching. Never flinch.